how to do an edit on blending the flooring in this image. This is an image that was shot by one of our members, and the question that they had was, how do you blend where the backdrop ends in with the flooring? So I'm going to show you how to do this very easily using layer masks. So you're going to pull your image into Photoshop just like this, and you're going to go over, and the first thing you're going to do is duplicate that image, right? You never want to work on that original background. You always want to bring a copy in so that if you make a mistake, you have not destroyed your original. So you're going to drag that down to this little plus, and that just duplicates it. So now we're selected on our background copy, and what we're going to do is we are going to simply paint on white, or this color, which isn't going to be exactly white, but we're going to paint this color onto here, and then I'm going to show you how to blend it in with a layer mask. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to our eyedropper over here, our eyedropper tool, and I'm going to select a color that is probably closest to the overall color, which I'm going to go right there. Okay, now I'm going to get my brush tool, and I am going to literally start brushing this in on 100% opacity. Now, if you're looking, you could be thinking, well, you're getting a little messy. You're painting all over those kids. Well, yep, I sure am. And I'm going to show you how we use the layer masks to easily get rid of them. So I'm going to start by just painting that all in. There we go. And right there. All right, so now it blends better, and we will do some more blending with it. But that's kind of where we're going to start. So now we need to get it off of our kids, and we're going to do that using a layer mask. So down here, you will have this square with a circle in it. You are going to click that. And what that does is that creates a mask that is linked to that background image. And the benefit of using a mask versus erasing is, with an eraser tool, if you erase, if I'm on that image, I'm going to go off the mask. So when I'm there, I'm on the mask. When I'm here, I'm on the image. So if I erase it, I cannot just put it back. But if I am on my mask, so the mask is white, which means that it's visible. So if I use a black brush, it essentially erases it. But if I want to put it back, I just get a white brush and I put it back. So layer masks are great to use. It is much, much better than using erase when you have that option. Okay, so I'm going to click on that, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my brush. I'm going to get obviously a smaller brush. I'm going to be kind of on a medium hardness for this one. I am going to stay at 100% flow, 100% opacity, and I'm going to come in and I'm just going to start slowly getting rid of where I don't want it. So here we go. Getting rid of it. Now, because this is white and it was super soft, I am able to see the areas through it that I need to erase. But if you didn't, and I'll show you, actually, let me just continue erasing and then I'll show you an example of what that would be like. So like right here, I know his pants go down, but I can't see it. So the best thing to do is drop your opacity back until you can see through and know exactly what you need to erase. So we're here, and obviously, and so this is another example, like his toes. That's a great place where I can easily get rid of it, but then I can go in with a smaller brush and just put it back in where I need to. we go. So pretty much, I think I have it off of their bodies all the way, but to make sure, I'm gonna raise my opacity all the way back up, and now I can see like his foot right there. A little bit more on her shirt. And then one of the things is always turn it on and off, right? Because see, it looked good, but when I turned it on and off, I saw something here that my eye didn't see. Oh, same thing there. See? Always turn it on and off your layers. Check, 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 and then check again. Because once you flatten it, then you're pretty committed. Okay, so obviously his feet need more work, but, and I'll kind of show you. So like you could see around that toe where I have gotten too far, right? And so I took away our white, and because we are using a layer mask versus just erasing, it's not going to be a big deal to go and just put it right back in. So if I go there, I'm going to go with the opposite color. So I'm going to put it back on. So I need to be on white. And I'm going to take my brush and make it nice and small. See, then I just went back over that toe. I fill in these little spots right here. Go get my black brush now, and then take it off of his skin where we don't want it. If you were using eraser, you would not be able to do this. What would happen is you would think you had it right, and then you would go way far away in your history, and then you would not be able to just go back and redo it. Okay, oops. Go back and put that back. Clicked on it. You can see some of it here that needs to come back. And a little bit here. So obviously I'm not going to go crazy detailed, but you get the idea, right? One puts it on, one takes it off. Okay, so there we go. So there's that part of it. Now it kind of looks like they're floating in the middle of nowhere. And the reason that is because I have erased the shadow of where they're sitting. So what I would do is I would drop my opacity back so I can now see that shadow. See, it's visible now. When I was up here, couldn't see it. Down here, can see it. So I don't necessarily want to bring the entire shadow back. So what I'm going to do, I want to take it away. So I need to be on my black brush. I'm going to go to super soft. I don't want any hardness, but I'm going to bring my flow down to say 50-ish%, somewhere in there. And I'm going to start erasing where that shadow is, because we don't want the kids to look like they're floating in the air. I need to go a little bit smaller because the shadow is a little bit tinier. And I'm just going to erase, 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 bring it back, bring it back. And now I'm going to put my opacity back up and check it. Okay, so you could see once I pull back here in just a second. Now it looks a lot better. It's still not perfect. We're still going to work a little bit more on blending these two, but you kind of get the idea. So at this point, what I would do is I would turn this layer on and off as many times as I needed to. See, when I do that, I want to make sure that there's not anything here that I need to change. So by turning it on and off, what I see is two areas where I have left some white. So I'm going to grab my black brush, turn it on and off again so I could see it. See, so there's one spot, and there was a spot on his foot. There we go. And I think that's pretty good. Okay. So there's that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm happy with what I have so far. That white where I've put it down where I want it. I've removed it where I didn't want it. So I'm going to go ahead and flatten it. Okay, now what I need to do is I need to blend this into this better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and basically do almost the same step. So I'm going to bring that and duplicate it. I'm going to go and grab, because what I'm seeing is a lot of white, but then I'm also seeing a lot of this kind of darker gray right here. So I just want to blend it. So I'm going to grab that color with my eyedropper tool. I'm not going to go on 100% opacity for this one. I am just going to go right about there. And kind of start bringing that color down into this as well. And for this, I don't think I really need to get super close to the kids. Maybe a little bit closer to the little girl. And then I'm going to start blending that in, and I'm going to do that by dropping my opacity down until I feel like it blends nicely. So I like that. So I'm going to flatten that now. Then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to re-grab it, and now I'm going to grab this color, which is even a lighter gray. And I'm going to do the same thing. Just going to blend it, blend it, blend it. And when you're blending, you don't have to be as precise. You just need it to be a little more believable. So there we go, and I'm going to even drop my opacity down on that layer so it blends in a little nicer. And I think that looks a lot better. It's kind of the before I did that third layer, and that's the after, and I think that pulls it together. So I'm going to flatten that. And then the final thing that I am going to do is I am going to use my patch tool to pull some of, so the way the patch tool works is, let's say you circle this and you put it there. And what it does is it replaces it with similar attributes. So it's not exactly the same thing. It's not the same as clone stamp. But that's how that works. So as you can see here, I have, it's more glossy looking. There's some images and, packages and shadowing and stuff like that. And then it just kind of dead end stops. So in my brain, it's saying it's not really believable. So what I want to do is I am going to grab just a little bit of this. Sorry, I'm going to duplicate that first on my background. And I'm going to grab this right here. So the part closest to it. And I'm going to just pull it up a little bit. Just a little bit. And then I'm going to bring my opacity down just a tiny bit. And to me, I'm going to go down a little bit more. That helps it blend just a little bit. It just makes it a little bit more believable. Obviously, you could do this as much as what you felt you needed to get your desired look. I'm going to do it on this side too. And bring that way down, just like that. And then I'm going to flatten it. And then, obviously, by the time you crop it and get rid of that that backdrop stand over there, now you have your final image, and we have repaired where the background and the floor came together. So hopefully this was informative, and if you have any questions about any of the tools that I used, feel free to comment, and I will try and be as responsive as possible.